Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Today we have a black Tiguan in the shop and we're going to be showing you guys how to properly maintenance wash your ride at any given time. So today I'm actually going to be using our brand new Furry 5-finger Stanger wash mitt to help me get into all the nooks and crannies, such as the grills, such as the gas caps, such as all the parts, unfortunately, where a bigger wash mitt unfortunately does not fit. So as you guys can see, this Furry 5-finger has long microfiber strands that can be used everywhere, such as your wheels, such as your interior, such as your ceiling fans, your blinds, at home, at your office. But in this occasion, I'll be using it for my maintenance wash on this black Tiguan. One, you need a pH balanced soap just in case you have a wax, a sealant, a ceramic on your car. You don't want to harm it, nor you want to strip it. So that's why today I'll be using Mr. Pink. So Mr. Pink is one of our pH balanced soap that is great for any maintenance wash. It has no waxes, it has no sealants, all it has is gloss enhancers, and it's a pH balanced formula, so I ensure I don't remove any glazes, sealants, or waxes that this black Tiguan has. And as you guys can see, I already have two buckets set up. I went with a red bucket and a blue bucket just so I could distinguish which one's going to be my wash bucket and which one's going to be my rinse bucket. Always put a dirt trap at the bottom of your bucket so you can ensure you're always filtering your water while you wash. I'll go to my wash bucket, I'll add 2 ounces of soap into my wash bucket, and this is just going to ensure I have extra lubrication, so whenever I grab my Furry 5-finger wash mitt and I sink it back in here and I go back to the black Tiguan, I ensure I'm not scratching it, because the more suds you have, the more lubrication, the better for your ride. So now that I went over the wash mitt, I went over the 2-bucket method and the choice of soap, I'll also be pairing it with my Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon. For anybody that is not familiar with a Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon or a foam cannon, it actually works with a pressure washer. Today, I'll actually be pairing it with the ProFlow. The ProFlow PM2000 is one of my favorite pressure washers just because it gives me the perfect PSI level on any given car. Whether I have matte, paint, gloss, vinyl wrap, who knows what the car has, it has a perfect PSI level that's going to allow me to produce shaving cream like Suds without harming the surface of the vehicle, but I'm still going to get a deep clean. So the Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon has a big mouth bottle. So now I'm just going to open up the spout, go to my bottle, I'll insert 2 ounces of soap, then I'll put my bottle off to the side, I'll get my Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon head, reattach it, screw it back on, and then here's a pro tip. Whenever you already have your soap and water mixed inside your Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon or any foam cannon you're using, just simply stir it. Do not start shaking it, because if you do start shaking, you'll cause foam inside here. We want less foam in here. We want all the foam on the car. So now that we have our Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon, our 2 buckets method set up, I want to bring you guys close into the car. By bringing you guys close into the car, we're going to get into the nooks and crannies where I'll actually be using my Furry 5-finger. So as you guys can see, this black Tiguan has this grill inserts that unfortunately a wash mitt such as a Chanel wash mitt does not fit, but using the Furry 5-finger, I could simply use one finger, start scrubbing there, so we'll get that part. A lot of people always tend to forget to clean under the windshield wipers under here, so we'll make sure we get under there. We'll also get inside our mirrors, door handles, and even the gas cap. So a lot of people tend to forget to clean those areas, and that is what is called a detail. You need to get into nitty-gritty parts to actually call it a detail and a maintenance wash. Don't let areas like that build up with grime over time, because if you do, that grime is going to eat away into your clear coat and you're going to have more headaches, such as getting more contamination deeper into your clear coat, and over time you might have to polish it. All of this grime and debris, just imagine it's like sand. Imagine grabbing sand and rubbing it on your skin. It's going to be rough. So imagine rubbing on a car. You're going to get more scratches, more swirls, and the contamination is going to get deeper into the paint. So this is why we always recommend, before any wash, rinse on the surface of the vehicle to knock off all the loose grime and debris. Once everything is already knocked off, we'll grab our Big Mouth Max Release foam cannon, we'll suds it up, and then I'll show you guys how much suds the Furry 5-finger Stanger wash mitt actually holds. Anyways guys, let's get started. All right, guys, you guys can see that Mr. Pink paired with the Big Mouth Maxxis foam cannon not only suds up the car very well, but it has tons of lubrication now. So I'll put my wand off to the side, I'll put my Big Mouth off to the side. Before I actually put my wand off to the side, I need to activate my suds. So I'll put the pressure washer tip back on, I'll activate my suds, and now I have a super sudsy bucket, and I have a wash mitt that is going to help me get in the nooks and crannies. So the Furry 5 finger, as soon as I sink it into my wash bucket, you guys can see how much suds it actually holds. All of this suds is just lubrication that's going to help me glide across the surface of the vehicle without harming nor scratching it. So I want you guys to walk closely to the Tiguan so we can just show you guys how the Furry 5 finger can benefit you. If you have nooks and crannies that unfortunately you can't get your fingers in with a regular Chanel wash mitt such as the grill, you could use the Furry 5 fingers just to simply take the extra time to get into all the nooks and crannies. So like this, you actually have a super clean car and you're actually focusing on the details instead of just washing your ride. So now we'll walk over to this side, and this Tiguan actually has these railings on it. And what ends up happening, a regular wash mitt just tends to sit like this and you can't get on it. So just by using one finger, stick it in, I'll glide it, and you're always seeing on me on screen, I'm always wiping in one direction, and you can still use it as a regular wash mitt. So if you go to a surface and you just wipe in one linear motion, you're still getting tons of lubrication. And if you guys look closely, look how much suds are actually still sitting on the wash mitt. It has tons of suds on it still, just in case if I want to flip it over to the clean side, you guys can see how much suds it's actually holding. So the Furry 5 finger, we made it with extra long microfiber strands that's going to help you clean all delicate surfaces. And once after you do a couple wipes on your paint, you'll walk over to your clean bucket, you'll sink it all at the bottom, you'll scrub it at the dirt trap, you'll wring it out outside, you'll inspect it, and you'll continue with the wash. So the Furry 5 finger is a must-have in your chemicalguys arsenal to ensure you have a deep clean wash. So if you were to use it as a regular wash mitt, obviously you'll come to your car, you'll wipe in linear motions, but to get to the nitty-gritty parts such as under the hood, such as getting your vents, such as getting into your grills around your whole entire car, it's going to make it much more easier and much more simpler. So we like to simplify detailing and make cleaning easy while having fun with it. So after I do it one side, it's super easy to flip it over to the clean side. I'll come back, wipe in linear motions, make sure I get underneath the wiper blades, because what tends to happen, people actually forget to clean under the wiper blades. So anyways guys, let me just finish cleaning up this whole entire car. You'll see the nitty-gritty parts that I get into, such as getting inside the mirrors, such as getting inside the gas cap, such as getting into the exhaust pipes, and much more. Anyways guys, sit back and relax and enjoy. Alright guys, so we just finished rinsing down the surface of the car, and we actually noticed that unfortunately the owner has put this car through wear and tear. There's certain areas where there's getting water drag, and there's some certain areas where you have water beating. So what ends up happening over time is this is when you want to reapply some type of protection, some type of ceramic, some type of glaze, or even a wax or a sealant, just so you could bring back the hydrophobic properties, especially to the glass. I'm noticing, especially whenever we get here cars at detail garage, we don't know what condition they walk in. They actually roll in here. We might know that it's clean, but we don't know if it's protected. We don't know until we're actually done rinsing the surface of the car. So as you guys can see, on the surfaces that still has some type of protection, it still has some type of beading compared to where some areas it already failed. So guys, by using after wash, it's going to help me dry the surface of the vehicle. So you guys always ask us on comments, how do I actually achieve a scratch-free dry? How do I prevent water spots? How do you guys do it on your guys' videos? And the secret is after wash. So after wash shines while you dry. It's fairly simple to do and it's very simple to use. They simply spray and dry. So I always use it on my truck personally, just so I can ensure I reduce scratches and swirls and I enhance even more shine. So just by spraying after wash onto the surface, you can see it's reducing water tension on the surface. By reducing water tension on the surface, you're going to achieve a better dry. So whenever you get your microfiber towel and you start wiping in one direction, you're actually picking up all the water and you're not leaving any water left behind. But there's gonna be some certain occasions where there's contamination bedding itself deeper into the paint. So if your car is in this condition where it's getting water dragged and it's not beating up, this is when you want to take a step back. You want to start from fresh, you want to start with clean slate, and then you want to clay it, then you polish it, then you glaze it, seal it, or wax, whatever you want to, or whatever route you want to take. So guys, let me just finish drying up this whole entire car. In the meantime, you can hop onto our website right now, chemicalguys.com, and pick up our brand new Furry 5-finger Stanger wash mitt. It's already on our website, or you could also stop by your local detail garage. It's also there already. Or any of these products that I used in this video today, you can also find them there. As always, I'm Henry. Thank you for sharing your passion for shine with Chemical Guys, and we'll see you guys next time right here at the Chemical Guys Detail Garage.